Good day everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Teacher Anna, and today I'm going to define and teach you how to use these words, could, would, and should in a sentence. I know that these words are quite familiar but confusing. So I hope that this video of mine could be of help to you for you to be able to distinguish the usage of these words. So first, let's talk about could. So could is a past tense of can, and it means ability or capacity. So in Tagalog, kakayanan. For example, I could marry you. Kaya kitang pakasalan. So sinasabi ko na kaya kitang pakasalan, kaya ko. Pero hindi ko sinabi na gusto ko. Sinabi ko lang na I could marry you, kaya kitang pakasalan. At pwede mo din pong isagot dito ang I can. For example, could you marry me? Kaya mo ba akong pakasalan? Of course, I can. Siyempre, kaya ko. Could is also used for possibilities in the future, o yung mga posibilidad na pwedeng mangyari. For example, I could bake a cake for my friend's birthday tomorrow. Kaya kong mag-bake ng cake para sa birthday ng kaibigan ko bukas. Kaya ko. Bukas. For the future. Mga posibilidad na pwedeng mangyari. Could is also used to describe your ability in the past. Yung mga naging kakayanan mo dati. Your ability in the past. For example, last year, he couldn't paint very well. But now, he can. Anong ibig pong sabihin? Nung nakarang taon, hindi pa niya kayang magpinta ng husto. Pero ngayon, kaya niya. So, yung could is used to describe your ability in the past. Yung mga kakayanan mo dati o yung mga kakayanan niya dati. So remember po na ang could ay kakayanan. Hindi po ito nagsasabi na ito yung iyong kagustuhan. Pero sinasabi po dito na kaya mo. But when we say would, it's the past tense of will. So it means willingness or intention, o yung iyong kagustuhan o hangarin. So yung dati, yung could, kakayanan mo lang. Pero yung would, yung kagustuhan mo. So medyo stronger po yung would sa could. So for example, I would marry you. Gusto kitang pakasalan. Kanina, I could marry you, kaya kitang pakasalan. Pero pag ginamit po ninyo yung would, ibig sabihin, I would marry you, ibig sabihin, gusto kitang pakasalan. I would marry you. So, medyo stronger po yung would sa could. Ang would din po ay ginagamit for imaginary situations. Yung mga pwedeng mangyari. Yung mga iniisip mong mangyari. For example, she would travel around the world if she had more vacation time. So, bakit natin ginamit yung would? Dahil ang ibig pong sabihin ng ating sentence ay, gusto niyang maglakbay sa buong mundo kung meron siyang mas maraming oras sa bakasyon. Okay? Gusto niya. Would. Ang would din po ay ginagamit to describe your past habits. O yung mga kalimitan nyo pong ginagawa dati. For example, when I was little, I would play dolls with my friends. Nung maliit pa ako, gusto kong maglaro ng mga manika kasama ng mga kaibigan ko. Gusto ko nung maliit pa ako. That's why I use would. Would is also used for polite offer. For example, would you like to dance with me? Gusto mo bang sumayaw kasama ako? Gusto mo ba? O, pwede nating sagutin na gamitin natin yung will. Of course, I will. Siyempre, gusto ko. But in the other hand, when we say should, it's the past tense of shall. And it means obligation. O kailangan. Mga kailangan mong gawin. For example, I should marry you. Kailangan kitang pakasalan. Maybe because of family's tradition, that's why I should marry you. Diba? Or I should marry you because it's family's tradition. Kailangan kitang pakasalan dahil ito ay tradisyon ng ating pamilya. That's why I use should. Kailangan. Dahil may mga terms and conditions. So, medyo strongest ito. Ito yung pinaka-strongest sa tatlo. Stronger yung would, no? Strong din yung could, pero mas stronger yung would. At ito po yung strongest dahil kailangan mo talagang gawin. Obligasyon mong gawin. And should is also used for giving an advice, no? Ginagamit ito for advice. For example, you should go for walks more often because it's good for your health. Ano daw yung ibig sabihin ng ating sentence? Kailangan mong maglakad ng mas madalas dahil maganda ito sa iyong kalusugan. Kailangan mo, no? Ina-advise mo siya. Ini-advise mo siya na kailangan niyang maglakad ng mas madalas dahil maganda ito sa kanyang kalusugan. That's why should is also used for giving an advice. But remember, don't use to after could, would, and should. Huwag natin gamitin yung to after ng could, ng word na could, or would, or ng should. Dahil mali po ito. Hindi natin pwedeng gamitin na I could to marry you. Hindi din natin pwedeng gamitin na I would to marry you. Or else, hindi din natin pwedeng gamitin ng I should to marry you. Dahil kadalasan ginagamit po ng ilan yung to after ng word na could, would, or should. Hindi po pwede yan. So again po, uulitin ko. Pag ginamit natin yung could, ibig sabihin nito, kakayanan, kaya mo. Would, gusto mo, or kagustuhan. While should, kailangan. Kailangan mong gawin o obligasyon mong gawin. Sana po yung discussion ko po ngayon ay nakatulong po talaga sa inyo for you to be able to distinguish the usage of these words, could, would, and should. So for you to know, na lubos nyo pong naintindihan ng maigi ang mga salitang ito, let's take a quick quiz. I hope you get a perfect score. So to check, for the number 1, you blank stop eating fast food because it's harmful to your health. So the answer is The answer is should. Why? Let's read again. You should stop eating fast food because it's harmful to your health. Kailangan mong tumigil sa pagkain ng fast food dahil masama ito sa iyong kalusugan. So, it's an advice. Kailangan mong tumigil sa pagkain ng fast food dahil masama ito sa iyong kalusugan. That's why I used should in the sentence. For the number 2, we blank sell 10 kilos of fruit in an hour. The answer is could. Again, let's read. We could sell 10 kilos of fruit in an hour. Ibig pong sabihin, kaya nating magbenta ng 10 kilo ng prutas sa isang oras. Kaya natin. Diba? That's why I use could in a sentence. Number 3. I blank move to Japan if I spoke Japanese. So the answer is would. Why? Okay, let's read. I would move to Japan if I spoke Japanese. Gusto kong lumipat sa Japan kung nakapagsasalita ako ng wikang Hapon. Diba? It describes an imaginary situation. Gusto kong lumipat sa Japan kung nakapagsasalita ako ng wikang Hapon. So, perfect ba yung score nyo? I hope so. So, I hope po na naintindihan nyo po ng maigi yung mga salitang ating tinalakay ngayon. Remember, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Sa mga hindi pa po nakasubscribe, please click subscribe and please click the bell icon for you to get notified on my next coming video. Thank you po!